I don't want to run the world. The Constitution doesn't give me the authority to run the world. We ought to mind our own business is what we need to do.
As the race for the Republican nomination heats up, there is one candidate who has been largely ignored by the mainstream media. Shame on us. He deserves more attention from us than he's getting.
Ron Paul doesn't exist for some reason has been going on for weeks. Live right next to the bus behind us, Ron Paul is speaking.
And guess what, Paul? If you get video of Sarah Palin or get a soundbite from her, bring that back to us. You can hold the Ron Paul stuff.
More money from the military than all the other Republicans combined, and he's gotten more than Obama got. Think about that.
What if our foreign policy of the past century is deeply flawed and has not served our national security interests? What if we wake up one day and realize that the terrorist threat is a predictable consequence of our meddling in the affairs of others and has nothing to do with us being free and prosperous? What if propping up repressive regimes in the Middle East endangers both the United States and Israel? What if occupying countries like Iraq and Afghanistan and bombing Pakistan is directly related to the hatred directed toward us? What if someday it dawns on us that losing over 5,000 American military personnel in the Middle East since 9/11 is not a fair trade-off for the loss of nearly 3,000 American citizens, no matter how many Iraqi, Pakistani, and Afghan people are killed or displaced?
What was the Fed's role in this current financial collapse we went through?
Well, if I had to find one group or one person responsible for the collapse, I would put it at the feet of the Fed. They inflated the currency. Look at the housing bubble. The housing bubble couldn't have happened if there had not been money created out of thin air, because where would the credit have come from? So the Fed did as they created the bubble. What if Obama has no intention of leaving Iraq? What if a military draft is being planned for the war that will spread if our foreign policy is not changed? What if the American people learn the truth, that our foreign policy has nothing to do with national security, that it never changes from one administration to the next?
Expand the military by 200,000 soldiers.
Get ready.
How can we afford it?
Get ready. They're going to draft you. Everybody here and all you young people, get ready for the draft.
Where's the money going to come from?
He'll print it, and the dollar will go bust, and everybody's going to get poor, and then we'll bring our troops home. I don't want to wait till that point. I want to bring them home in a more logical fashion.
You saw the president earlier. He doesn't seem particularly inclined to legalize marijuana, but for years you have been advocating that the federal government do just that. Make your case.
Well, I think the war on drugs in general is just a total disaster. We spend $40 billion a year, and all it does is it enhances the drug dealers. I mean, prohibition for alcohol was a disaster, and now we've done the same thing over and over again. You're only talking about going back to 1937. You know, prior to 1937, the federal government wasn't involved. That was when the first tax was placed on it. And I just think that the states that legalize it, if any conservative ever considered states' rights, they ought to under these conditions, because these states legalize it. I'm a physician, and I can vouch for the fact that some very sick people benefit from marijuana. Sick people that have AIDS and cancer can use marijuana and benefit by it. And then compassionate conservatives come along and they arrest them under federal law. They overrule state law, and they put sick people in prison for this. It makes no sense, and I don't know why we should be...
You set the record. In the history of American politics, nobody has ever raised more money on a single day than you.
Gosh.